KKHT wants you to meet three of the classiest guys in real estate.
I am Chris Kelso, the maestro of mortgage.
I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate.
And I'm Joe Orsack, the king of credit swing. And together, we're
the Real Estate Rat Pack.
Much like us, real estate right now is smoking hot. So whether it's buying, selling, or owning, you need to check out the Real Estate Rat Pack.
They're here to take your calls and answer your questions live. Call now, 1-800-808-5548. And now, the Real Estate Rat Pack!
Never does get old, along with the scream.
We officially have a two-timer, our own Carla Upchurch. Good morning and welcome to the show, Carla.
It's got to be the only place being a two-timer is
Good morning.
In our subject of the show,
It's an honor.
Yeah. It's an honor to be a two-timer with the Real Estate Rat Pack.
Of course.
we don't have rules; we just have suggestions, right?
That is correct.
So, talk a little bit. Tell us the name of your business and kind of how the business model works.
Hi, everybody. So, yes, I'm Carla Upchurch, and our business is called TexasRenters.com, and we are a property management company, and our goal is to help the owners, the landlords, and the renters, the tenants.
And so,
In case your listeners are wondering, she has a very thick Swedish accent.
yes.
Of course, yes.
Well, tell our listeners from where you came.
Okay. I will explain. So, first of all, I always tell people, when people relocate to Houston, they do that for two reasons: business or love. And
Some people love
And
business.
you relocated because you love the relocation business of...
I think Myra might have a similar story to this. I'm not sure.
So I moved to
And the plot
Houston
thickens.
because my husband is from here. And when we decided to be together, he told me, you want to be with me, you have to leave Brazil and you have to move to Houston. Of course, I wouldn't do that time. If it wasn't for him.
Sorry, sucker.
If it wasn't for him, but I did because, I was in love with him.
Well, there's a good reason.
Yeah,
Right there.
and then when you do that and you move to Houston, like I tell people, when you move to here for business or for love, you discover that Houston is a beautiful city and then it has a lot to offer. So I'm in love with Houston.
It's a big culture change for you, though.
Well, I was just telling Pam that is here with us today.
That's Pam, good friend with Nino,
Yeah.
who will be a guest on our show later.
So I was just telling her because we're here, chatting about, Brazilians and, the culture and how much people, how much the Americans love the Brazilian culture. And I think, yes, was
I
a
just
big...
like the Brazilian women.
And by the way, for all those listening,
Yes.
Dan, for all those listening, yes, she is equally good looking on air. As
Rob
what you would
really
imagine a
loves
Brazilian.
the culture.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Big fan of the culture.
Yeah, so basically the biggest difference that I found, in the biggest challenge was the accent, but I discovered that's charming, so I'm not afraid anymore of speaking public, so that's why I'm here for the second time. And yes, it was the most difficult part, and then after that, I think, being here and knowing Houston, knowing you guys and being the market is wonderful.
But you hear that? Knowing us guys is wonderful.
Knowing us, exactly.
Yes, of
I've never heard
course.
We can wrap
wonderful
the
enough
show up.
guys in the same sentence.
We can wrap the show up now.
I actually thought it was knowing me, though.
There we go.
Yes.
We got our soundbite.
And then
Let's go with it.
yeah, and then just going back to the business. So let's talk about business, all right?
Oh, sure.
I want to sing some Daniela Mercury now. Now,
If we have to.
No me delicious body.
Brazilians like to have fun, but they do like to do business as well.
And you've been very good with your business. You've got a great business model, and you have one part of your business is designed strictly for rentals, and you have another side that you've actually just rolled out not too long ago, which is the traditional brokerage side. So talk a little bit about that too.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity to explain that.
I'm going to send you an invoice. Don't worry.
that we have Texas Realty Associates. That is a sister company, and our goal is to assist any clients that want to sell, want to buy, and want to rent. So basically, since TexasRenters.com has so many leads from the houses that we list every day for rent, we're bringing all those leads to Texas Realtor Associates, and then we're hiring new realtors to take care of those leads and grow the business. So basically, I think the TexasRenters.com is a great model that helped us to be successful, make money, be able to invest more money in the business, and help the realtors, to have more leads.
So do you find a lot of times when people are relocating here, they lease because they really don't know where they want to be, but at a certain point in time, they go, you know what, I'm staying here. I love Houston as well, and they want to buy. Is that kind of what you're seeing? Do you have a kind of percentage?
Yes. So you...
people who actually convert?
Yes, you got exactly the point that I always explain to the realtors how important is to take care of the renters. Because I remember when I started in real estate, nobody that I knew, no realtors want to work with renters. They ignore the renters. The renters still thinking that they don't need a realtor, or realtors don't want to work with them because they're not buying. And this is not true. And since 2010, when I started, and because of the crisis, and we're coming back, like we're getting another crisis coming, reaching us now with the oil crisis. So basically, renters are people that in one point they're going to buy. And like I tell our realtors, may happen, in 6 months, may happen a year, because usually the lease agreement is for a year. And they're doing, the rent, like you said, for different reasons. So I would say because of the relocation, they don't know the area very well. They want to try the schools. They want to try the neighborhood. They need to build the credit, and Joe is here to talk about it. Is that right?
No, we're not going to let Joe do the credit, 'cause we don't have that long.
No, they want to build.
It's just an hour show.
They want to build the credit, and then Chris is here to talk about the mortgage. So they need to have down payments, and a lot of times, they are for some reason they're not prepared to purchase the home in that moment. But I think the main reason, like you said, is because they don't know the area.
Yeah. Well, like when you beautiful women go out and shop, don't you all try clothes on first?
Exactly.
Same thing what renting is doing. You're trying on an area first.
Yeah.
Say, does this area work for me? The schools work. Is the shopping close? Is it convenient? And again, when they're coming from other states or other countries, they don't have a clue. And usually, you're their first point of contact.
I think this is
Yes.
In the city.
Exactly.
I think Rob just explained his dating life.
And then,
Yeah.
and then it's so easy for me to understand the renters, especially who is relocating. Because see, I'm from Brazil, and when I moved to here, I remember the first place. Well, I used to live in an apartment close to Galleria Mall, and I remember traffic was already horrible. And then we decided to rent a townhome in the Heights. And I didn't know the city very well, and I was scared to death of the Heights. I couldn't understand how people, like to live there. But of course, 5 minutes from downtown. And then later, when I decided to buy, I didn't want to buy there. And you know what? I regret, because it would be a great investment.
Yes.
And that's the thing with renters. So they don't understand that, especially when you're from another country or from another state. So we're not talking only about people that are from another country. We're talking about people that they are coming from different states. And when they get here, they don't have a clue.
Yeah. In 2008, when we had the downturn in the market, renting, leasing, went up 25% and has gone up about 20% each year since then. So some of the challenges I'm hearing out there is that finding a place to live is very challenging. What are you finding out there right now?
So right now, I would say that it depends on the neighborhood, and of course depends on the budget, because people, when they're renting,
I want to pay $1,000 and live in the Heights. Can you handle that for me?
Exactly, you got it. Well, even when they're buying, they think that we are here to make miracles. And I tell people, hey, yes, as a realtor, I can help you with everything you need, but there is a common sense. So you need to understand that you're going to get what you're paying for. It's like the dress. So
See, that's a good analogy.
It is like dating for Rob. You're gonna get what you pay for.
yeah, you cannot. No, if you depends what. So basically, the same thing, and especially with the renters, because they wanna save money. And they feel they're losing money when they're paying the rent. They don't really understand the cost benefit. For example, right now, I'm renting the Heights. And for me, it's just, no matter how much I'm paying, I just feel that it's worth, because it's quality of life. I'm 5 minutes from my office. I can have more time to, take care of my clients, take care of my business, and take care of myself.
Our corporate office is right there in the Heights. We can easily move you on over to that corporate office. That's my recruiting.
That is true.
day.
That is your recruiting for the day.
No, it's a great area.
Exactly. And it's very central.
Well, Carla, I know that you have had to have been swamped because you're one of my favorite people, and we get to see each other annually.
Exactly, I know, and then I have explanation for that. That's how busy I am. That's how successful business it is.
Yes.
We have been working, pretty much every day, and we do have a team of employees and a team of realtors, and we're growing the business. We're, extending the business to Austin, and next year we're going to San Antonio and Dallas, and there are a lot of news coming. Very soon.
Well, she did discover something new recently, which is she has a calendar on her phone.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And she learned to live like the calendar, but she showed up at WCR a day early, which is how I ran into her this last week. See, I'm always out trolling for guests. That's
You
how I
are.
met
That is
my
true.
Yeah,
Guest troll.
Well, there is a joke about
He's a
Brazilians.
troll.
We are always late, and I want to change that.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
So you just write up a day ahead of time.
Yes.
Well, when I was driving up, Carla was already here.
It's a great technique though. I'm going to show up a day ahead of time. That way, all of y'all are late.
Yes, exactly. And
Hey.
by the way, can I tell you the story?
Yes.
I show up one day earlier, and then who I met?
Tim O'Neill.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I met him. And
That is
I got
awesome.
a free lunch at Maggiano's anyway. So
Speaking of free lunch, we have to go ahead and let our sponsors have a time to get a commercial
We
in
don't
here.
get a free show, do we?
We don't get a free show, so we're going to take a break. We're going to have a great time. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.